guys, welcome back to my channel Learn Chess. In this video, we are going to learn about different types of draws. There are mainly 5 types of draws. What is a draw? You may ask. Draws are when you and your opponent tie a game, draw the game, it is called a draw. Defining draw. In chess, draw is when you can say you and your opponent tie a game. It is called a draw. It is the symbol of the draw 1/2. So there are different types of draws in online, offline. They are same. In online, the software you use just like shows up, and in offline, you and your opponent shake your hands and say it is a draw. So there are different types of draws. Let's learn about them all. Let's go. Number 1, stalemate. Number 2, draw by repetition. Number 3, draw by agreement. Number 4, 50 move rule. And number 5, insufficient material. First, we are going to learn about number 1, stalemate. Stalemate. A draw by stalemate occurs when the player whose turn has no legal moves but their king is not in check is called stalemate. A draw by stalemate occurs when the players whose turn has no legal moves, so they can't move anywhere, but the king is not in check, so it's not checkmate, so then it will be a stalemate. Example, look at this position. If you can't understand by this, let me show you like this. See, now in this position, black went rook to e4. This is a stalemate. It's a draw. So let me tell you. It's white's move. You can't play illegal move. Illegal move is officially illegal. If you play it, it will not be counted, and after 2 illegal moves, you will lose the game. So just a fact telling you. So the king cannot be taken. The king cannot be taken. It can be only checkmated. The video on checkmate is coming soon. So the king cannot go to g5, g6 or g7. Means this whole the whole g file, because of the rook on g2. Rook move in a plus shape, so line, and the king cannot go there. So let's cancel that. The king cannot go to f5 because of the queen. King cannot go to e5, e6, e7 because of the rook, and on e6 and e7 the queen is also there, and on e6 the bishop is there. So this is cancelled out. The king cannot go there, here, there, and this file. I told you king can move 1 square in every direction. So this is left, but this is conquered by the bishop. So the king has nowhere left to move. So this is officially a draw. If this was black's move and if this was black's move and black's checkmated white, so then it won't be a draw. But now it's white's move and white cannot move their king anywhere, so it's a draw. And also, stalemate happens when no pieces can move, like this pawn. If this pawn didn't exist, oh sorry, imagine that this pawn is not there, it won't be a stalemate because this pawn could move there. Stalemate happens when no pieces can move, neither the king. Imagine that it's white is stalemated, so the categories are that it cannot be a piece could not move. This piece, if it could move, it won't be a checkmate. And the king could not move anywhere, and it was white's turn. So this is how white will be stalemated. It's not about the pawn that doesn't move, it's about every piece. So always keep that in mind, that other pieces also count during stalemate. Now on to example 2. So in this position, it's white's move. So white in this position decided to play queen to b3. This is also a stalemate. Look, first of all, black has no other pieces, so it won't be a problem that the black's pieces could move. And look, the king moves one square in every direction. The king cannot get out of the board. The king cannot get out of the board, so it has only 3 squares to go. A2, B2 and B1. So let's see. Black cannot go to A2 because of the queen. Black cannot go to B2 because of the queen and the king. Black cannot go to B1 because of the queen and the king. And it's black's move, so black has to move, and black cannot move, so it will be a draw. Draw by stalemate. Let me show you another example. In this position, it's white's moves. White plays king to h8. It's not a stalemate now because the king could move here, 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 here and here. So it won't be a stalemate. But in this position, and stalemate depends on black in this position only. So if black plays something move that makes stalemate, so it will be a draw. So in this position, black plays rook to g5. So this move is a stalemate, it's a draw. Look, the king cannot go out of the board. As I told you earlier, the king has 3 squares to move. The 3 squares are h7, sorry, my bad, I didn't mean to draw it. The king cannot go to here. Knight moves like that. King can go to h7, g7 and g8. So let's see. The king cannot go to g7 because of the rook, as well as g8 because of the rook. And the king cannot go to h7 because of the bishop. So these were the squares. If the king were to move, it would move, but these are occupied by the rook and bishop, and there is no pieces of white so that he could move it. So this is a stalemate. Draw. This is a stalemate. So let's go on to draw by repetition. So now draw by repetition. Means repetition of the same position 3 times. Let me show you. Draw by repetition. When a same position occurs 3 times, then the draw happens. The pieces can move in the position but have to be at the same position that first and second time the position occurred. Only then there will be a draw. Means the pieces can move between. The draw can occur anytime. Like in move 33 it came, move 35 it came, and then it can come in like move 41. Just the position have to be same as the other two. So in this also the pieces move, but the third time the pieces have to be at the position where the first and second time the position occurred. For both sides, black and white. It's not like only for one side. For both sides. Let me give you an example of this position. So yeah, this is the position. You can see it. So yeah, this is the position. Then white played knight to d5 because white wanted to so that the white knight can go to e7 and fork the not like this. Stop! Bhai, what is happening? Stop! Finally, it stopped. So that the white knight can attack the queen and the king at the same time, right? Well, if you looked correctly, if the knight was on e7, it is not only a fork of a queen and king, it is a checkmate. Because the black king has nowhere to go, it is a checkmate if you have looked closely in the position. Okay. So black decides to go to knight to c6, stopping the knight from going to e7. Now if the white knight goes to e7, then simply the black knight will take the white knight. So white decided to go back to his original position. Black also went to the original position. White then again came to checkmate. Black again came. This repeated till the first position, this position came third time. Like this is the first time, second time, third time. So when a position comes third time, it is a draw. It can also show here 1/2. So yeah, this is draw by repetition. It can happen anywhere in your game if the position have repeated 3 times. Even if a single piece was not in its position, in the third time it will not be a draw. It has to be on the same position every time. So yeah, it is only the repeat the same position comes 3 times and it's a draw. Yeah, it's only this much. So yeah, now on to the next draw. Now, insufficient material. Oops, this wasn't supposed to happen. Yes, as I was saying, insufficient material. Not enough pieces to checkmate your opponent, or your opponent also does not have the pieces to checkmate you. Means when you and your opponent both do not have enough material pieces, means when you and your opponent both do not have enough pieces to checkmate the other player, like for instance you opponent, and for opponent it will be you, so it is called insufficient material. Pawns with king does not include. If one side have pawns and only one pawn and a king, it will not be a draw because the later pawn can be promoted. But if the pawn promotes into a knight or a bishop, you cannot checkmate. Cannot include because the pawn can promote into other pieces. If the other pieces are knight or bishop, it still will be a draw. So, two knights but cannot checkmate a king. Two bishops can. One knight and one bishop can checkmate a king. One knight and one bishop can checkmate the king, but you need the help of your king also, and it is insanely hard. So yeah, so this is insufficient material. When you and your opponent both do not have enough material to checkmate the other player. So this is, yeah. So like this. What can happen with two kings? Well, white goes here, f5, because like you can see the kings, if I just put you to go here, the kings, you to go here, yeah. So like the kings can move in a square, like I told you. So there will be a one block gap between the kings. So like if they cannot checkmate, it will be just like a one block gap. So it cannot checkmate. So yeah, it cannot be checkmate. It's just like a one block gap, so it cannot be. And same as this position that I am about to show you. So yeah, the second position is this. Now you can't checkmate black. Even if you are up a bishop, you can checkmate. If she just like, if the black king is in a corner and somehow you even he can just escape. Now you can go here, here, here. He cannot go anywhere. It is a stalemate. Now but let's, it goes, you think the other corner here, she gets check. Check here. What? What just happened there? Well, we don't know what just happened. We will never know what happened. But you can see in this to checkmate, if you give this let's use triangulation. Yeah, now it's our move. So now if we give check, he can go here, but in instead of here we go here, 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 check, he can just go up. We have to defend this square and this square at the same time. So yeah. Now on to the next draw. This will be, I think there will be two parts, I don't know. Well, if there are two parts, goodbye. Please like and subscribe if you, it just helps me, and yeah, bro, you learned something new and it supports me. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. There will be a part 2 or it will continue in this video and I don't know. So, goodbye.